I really don't watch a lot of TV. I mean, I'm not trying to be one of those elitist people. Oh, I'm beyond television. Ta ta ta. Ta ta ta. I'm not one of those folks that likes to do that. In fact, I think it's silly when I hear people talk like that. Let me. I don't know how the heck that thing got up there. I want it gone. Okay, I'm sorry. Had something that just showed up on the screen there. Yes, but anyway, I'm not one of those people that try to put on airs. But I don't really watch a lot of television. I don't even have cable. I mean, I used to, and I would have cable right now if it wasn't so fucking expensive. I'm not talking about the whole package digital cable. I'm not talking about, the various movie channels and the music uh, channels and the dirty channels too and all that. I mean, if I could afford it, I would have it. Um, but I can't afford it. I can't even really afford the extended basic package, which is what I was used to growing up, and had that till about a no, I would say probably about 2000, probably about 2010, 2011. It just got so expensive, and then there's that little miniature one that it was like 20 something a month, and I still think it was high, but I could live with that, and I had that one. But then they started creeping up on prices on that one too. And I was just like, oh, what the hell with this? So I don't even have cable anymore. It's just not worth it, really. And if I want to watch something, I go on fucking YouTube or something like that. So I just kind of like I don't deal with cable. But the reason I'm bringing that up is what little there is on the TV. It just a lot of slop, um, slop like the View, and to me, the View is sort of the corporate Democrat fake liberal version of Fox and Friends. I mean, it's like the Fox and Friends for these corporate Democrats who are a little bit on the woke side and just a little bit out of touch with everybody else, but they expect us all to admire them. And really politically, they're just as insufferable as Fox and Friends. Fox and Friends is insufferable because it's just nothing but a circle jerk on how awesome Republicans are. Same thing with the View. It's nothing but just just a massive orgy of how awesome corporate Democrats are. So it's just kind of like I can't deal with either program, and I pretty much hate the View and hate Fox and Friends pretty equally. The only good thing about the View is Joy Behar. I mean, it's not that I'm a fan of hers, but she that sometimes sounds reasonable. And this is where I get partisan. Like, for example, when Bernie Sanders was up there several times on The View, while everybody was sitting there just basically just insulting him, treating him like shit, she was the only one that was kind of sympathetic to what he had to say. And I don't think that she was necessarily a Bernie Sanders supporter, but I think if anybody in that group would have been inclined to support Bernie Sanders, it would have been Joy Behar. Um, they're all insufferable. I didn't like the way that the majority of them treated Bernie Sanders. I didn't like the way that AOC was treated up there, or Tulsi Gabbard or Elizabeth Warren. They were all four treated terribly. Bernie Sanders, AOC, Tulsi Gabbard, and Elizabeth Warren treated like pariahs, and and just and all four of them are above the View as far as I'm concerned. And I have a problem with all four of them. I mean, I'm as I said, Bernie Sanders is a hero of mine, but He's capable of disappointing me on occasion. Um, it's same thing with AOC. I critically support her, but she's been disappointing me lately. Tulsi Gabbard has some problematic positions, but and too, and Elizabeth Warren turned out to be, you know, a Debbie Downer as far as her trying to tinker between being a Bernie Sanders style progressive or being a Hillary Clinton style Democrat. And I think that her heart of heart, she's a Bernie bro or Bernie babe, but she feels comfortable going to the cocktail parties and being privileged. So she decided to strategically be a Hillary Clinton Democrat instead. And all I got to say about that is sad. But anyway, but the most insufferable part of the View for many years was Meghan McCain. That's former Senator John McCain's daughter. And and I have my issues with John McCain. I mean, John McCain gets a free pass because he was tortured in Vietnam, and that sucks. And what they did to him, it make the torturers pieces of shit in Vietnam, the people who orchestrated the torture. But the thing about it is, John McCain has blood on his hands when he was alive, and he was a war criminal. I mean, he was all into he. If it would have been up to him, in some ways, I think he might have been more socially moderate than the Bush Cheney neocon gang, that gang of ghouls that ruled this country from 2001 to 2009. But he still would have kept us in Iraq and Afghanistan forever. And and as far as I'm concerned, he can fuck off because of that. Well, his daughter, um, Karen McCain, look, I mean Meghan McCain, she is insufferable. She's a spoiled brat. She became a celebrity, privileged, and essentially famous for being famous. She is as obnoxious as the late Zsa Zsa Gabor, except Zsa Zsa Gabor had a little bit of charm, and she was kind of likable in that eccentric sort of way. Meghan McCain doesn't even have that. She's a neocon, and she's a never Trumper of the right. And what I mean by that is that you have the never Trumpers who thought that Trump was too right wings, and they're like, "Ooh, get him away from me! I'm going to go vote for the Democrats." And you have another group of never Trumpers who didn't like Donald Trump because they thought that Donald Trump was too moderate. And I put her in that camp, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. And that is because she's a neocon, and she likes the Republican Party in that setup where it was people like the George W. Bushes and people like that around calling all the shots in the party. Anyway, she was insufferable when talking politics on the show, and she is very concerned about her wealth and her privilege. And she voted for Biden because Biden, in her mind, was sort of a reminder of the normal that existed prior to Trump. And she wanted normal. And so that's where it was at with her. But when I think of her leaving the View, I could think leaving the View would just only make the View a little bit better. It'll still be a horrible place. It'll be hell on earth. It's part of network TV. It's going to just placate to the corporate Democrat mindset, and that part of America that seems to be okay with that sort of mindset. So, you know, I would never like The View. I would never like Fox and Friends, and I think they're both programs are two separate piles of shit, dog shit and cat shit. Well, when it comes to Meghan McCain, I want to remember her. Well, let's just say, and I don't like the way my mouse works sometimes. Let's just say I like to remember her in a very, very special way. So keep your eye on this, and I will share some words momentarily. Okay, I guess I'm live. Um, well, let me just cut to the chase. Okay, I don't. Oh, I am so sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Just give me a moment here. Um, we had a little bit of that was from another video earlier. I apologize. I was in the wrong, and please forgive me. I had it so planned out and it didn't work out. So okay, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Okay. What a great way to mess up a video. Don't you agree? I do. It should be working now. So okay. All right. Oh my goodness. Here we go. This is the way I like to remember Meghan McCain.
Before my father died, I had a baby with him, and we're going to. It will be raised in captivity. It'll be raised privately to be the greatest politician that has ever lived. My name is Meghan McCain, and I'm on a news show called The View. And Donald Trump, that fucking riverboat casino captain, is talking shit about my father again. My father was tortured for 100 years for this fucking country, and he came back and he started 7 wars because he's a gentleman. Fuck you, Trump. I'm going to wear my father's skin mask, and I'm going to primary Trump from the right. Come on The View, bitch. If you're that tough, come on The View. You want it, Alessandria Ocasio-Cortez? You want this shit? You want to fuck these tits, Trump? You want to fuck these tits? No, you don't. You want to suck cock. And I won't fuck you because the only person I'll fuck is Daddy. I'll fuck his corpse. I'll fuck Daddy's corpse.
I have to play that again. It's just always worth seeing that one more time, and I'm going to comment. Give me a moment.
Before my father died, I had a baby with him, and we're going to. It will be raised in captivity. It'll be raised privately to be the greatest politician that has ever lived. My name is Meghan McCain, and I'm on a news show called The View. And Donald Trump, that fucking riverboat casino captain, is talking shit about my father again. My father was tortured for 100 years for this fucking country, and he came back and he started 7 wars because he's a gentleman. Fuck you, Trump. I'm going to wear my father's skin mask, and I'm going to primary Trump from the right. Come on The View, bitch. If you're that tough, come on The View. You want it, Alessandria Ocasio-Cortez? You want this shit? You want to fuck these tits, Trump? You want to fuck these tits? No, you don't. You want to suck cock. And I won't fuck you because the only person I'll fuck is Daddy. I'll fuck his corpse. I'll fuck Daddy's corpse.
Ooh. I'm sorry. It's always worth listening to it twice. And it's just funny. I mean, yeah, I mean, I mean, the real Megan McCain's so much more rough around the edges, the name of that comedian is Tim Dillon, and he's one of my favorite comedians. And I just had to play that. I couldn't resist. It was just too damn funny. I cracked up. I crack up every time I see that. It's just I just crack up. But that's how I see Meghan McCain. And apparently she does not like that video, and she had him blocked on Twitter. you know. Oh, if Tim Dillon is watching this, can you do it again, please? I love the 2 videos I've seen doing Meghan McCain. I would love to show that other video right now, but maybe sometime in the near future when I feel like picking on her again. If you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree, well, comment anyway. We'll have a conversation. Um, Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it because we're the muckrakers of our time. Feel free to subscribe to this channel and to hit that notification bell. And I am American Social Democracy. Peace now and class struggle now. Make Meghan McCain feel economically uncomfortable. Socialism today.